In today's video, we're back with the road to 6K Irating. The wheel-to-wheel battling is going to be fantastic across both races, but there's going to be some throttle problems that hamper us along the way. With that being said, let's get into the heart of the video and straight into the action. Getting on track for the first qualifying session of the video here at Interlagos, Brazil, using the F3 car. And what a combination this is. Not ideal. Really critical to focus on tyre warm-up because of course it's a slick tyre and you don't have any tyre blankets on this formula, as we're going to be going through corner 2 and we get caught out by the cold tyres and just completely understeer off track. So not an ideal start for qualifying, and the first lap is invalidated already, what means it's all or nothing on our second qualifying lap here on this track. You can see very conservative through corner 1 and corner 2 to ensure that we don't make the same mistake again. Losing a lot of lap time potential, not ideal. Still better than last lap. Here he's not ideal, but better than last lap. Well, the bar wasn't very high to start with, but still our lap is valid and we have the opportunity to improve our grid slot from the very back of the grid to hopefully in the top 5. Building momentum for another second now. And building momentum forward into the right hander, really critical to get the car in and not understeer as you rise over the crest of the hill. This right hander is so much fun on iRacing. You can attack the inside curbing and really be aggressive with it. Down the hill with the left hander, back on the power, open up the right hander as you go up and over the crest. Easy to lock up a front right tyre as you go into the apex here. Feather back to the corner, you go all the road on the exit, a bit nicer through there. And now, remember there's tailwind. Having a tailwind into the final corner as you start to turn in, what means the rear of the car starts going loose as you get a bit conservative, but we're basically only having one lap to get it done. The only turns we really lost time were the first turn, I think. To be honest. Apart from that, was pretty decent. So yeah, pretty decent lap overall, apart from the first and the last turn was a bit conservative, is it? Oh, it's 9/10 off pole? Damn, okay, we need to... Wait, it's 9/10 off pole, but 2/10 off P2. So, Valentine is flying, basically. And can confirm, Valentine is flying, and we're going to be starting this race down in P7 as the red lights are on, and we need a good start here today to be making up positions, and we've got green lights, and almost went for the jump start with the car ahead. And a jump start immediately ahead of us as well. We've almost followed him. It's so easy to do the same mistake as the car ahead there and really be caught off guard as we're going round the outside in turn 1, into turn 2, leave the space on the exit and try to build back up the power in the slipstream. Right, one of those cars up ahead, the blue car, definitely had a jump start. That's always important to remember. When a car you know has a penalty, you fight them a bit differently because you know that they're going to be getting out of the race anyway. As we go up the inside of the Pepsi car, able to take the position. He was quite early on the brakes and was able to spring into action and capitalise on the opportunity. Right, his car ahead needs to pit. But he's defending, what's a bit strange. Considering he has to drive through. Yeah, and I found that a bit strange to be attacking and defending when you have a drive through. But you know what? He's doing his own life, doing his own race, and hopefully having fun driving his simulator, you know. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. As he's looking around the outside, absolutely sending it, and we're able to sneak up the inside. We're going to be side by side. But yeah, do you know what? At the end of the day, hopefully he's having a good day, hopefully he's having fun, and that's what it's all about, driving the no parkers race. The sims and the games and the cars and the tracks, at the end of the day, is just enjoying your time. As now we're in the slipstream, and we're going to be looking to the outside. We should box for a slap, I think. And indeed, he is going to be boxing over the left-hand side. Yeah. I guess he was having fun then. Fair play. Can't knock up. And now we're heading on to lap 2 as the cars are going to be 3 wide up ahead. 3 cars battling quite heavily up ahead. And we're going to be looking to set up a good exit to maximise our chance. No way they all come out this corner cleanly. Okay, I can't. Apparently they all come out that corner cleanly. What do I know? And they're still going to be side by side running up the hill, and I'm looking to try and position my car to capitalise on opportunity just carrying good speed, but also ready to adjust our line at the last minute notice. See if we can start picking them off. Now looking towards the outside line, but we expected more grip than we got and understeered wide. Bit of a mistake for me to go so wide there, and instantly saying it was a bit of a mistake, and it was a mistake on my behalf. Oh, it was really slow on the apex there. Almost hit the back of them and almost hitting into the back of him. But we have the pace, we have the confidence. Definitely able to follow him closer than he's able to follow them though. This could be the lap. And right up underneath his rear wing. See how much he fights it. And now we're going to be pulling towards the outside line as he covers the inside. And we're not too far away from the cars ahead, so maybe we'll be picking up a distant slipstream as we're running side by side into corner 1. He's going to be slightly later on the brakes than us initially, but we roll more speed into Apex and able to cover off the corner for Apex 2, get the position. Right, he's definitely going to be all over the back of us on this next straight though. Need to try and defend it going into the middle sector. Nah, he's not going to fight us. Fair play to him. Good move. And you can see he doesn't fight us, so we can work together to catch the cars ahead. We did pull a bit of a gap to Samuel behind, but the problem is if we battle, we're going to lose ground to the cars ahead. And I think he knows that. He's not going for the slipstream. So Samuel's being very, very intelligent here. Fair play to him. Yeah, no, he's being very, very intelligent, working together to maximise our chances of catching the cars ahead, and we almost have done that. We're going to be right in the slipstream of P3 and P2. But yeah, to be honest, after this race, I'm turning off the overlays again. For me, I really, really don't like. It gives me a slight delay between my input and what the actual screen is telling me. And I really don't like it, so yeah, apologies about this. I just have an input delay from the overlays, so yeah, I can't. I'm going to find a solution for next video, or try to at least. I just can't be confident with the car when the delay is there. And yeah, try to find a solution, because I do want the overlays, I do want the video quality to be as good as possible, but of course when there's an input delay it makes it just not enjoyable for me to drive, and I of course want to be able to enjoy driving as well. So yeah, going to find a balance going forward. He's going to start battling me. As Samuel is going to be going up the inside now, so he decided now is his time to strike, and now he's going to be side by side in corner 2, and now running side by side through corner 3, but he's going to have the inside line. But interestingly, if you look to my right hand side of the throttle, it's not going down fully. Good smile company, hello. And I had zero idea this was happening during the race as we're trying to look around the outside of corner 4 and getting back to the power. But yeah, I had zero idea this was happening in the race. You can see it's now at 96%, and it's hovering between 96 and 97% on the throttle usage. So, ironically, as I was just complaining about the overlays, it also explains my lack of pace to some degree. Probably I was never going to be fast enough in this race to keep up with Valentine, because he was flying. But it was definitely a few tenths per lap it was costing us. I think we should be able to get him back on the straight. And now deep in the slipstream. Just shows how powerful the slipstream is, that we could be losing out on between 3 and 4% of throttle usage and still running up alongside of Samuel and taking the position into corner 1 side by side. And what a fantastic battle this has been. Clean and fair all the way with Samuel thus far. This is going to be an awesome battle, I can feel that. And already predicting that it's going to be an awesome battle as Samuel again has claimed the inside line going into corner 4, 13 minutes into a 25-minute race, and it is starting to heat up between us as we look for the switchback, getting back to the power nice and early and swapped over our lines. Now I'm on the outside line and he's going to be on the inside line as we're just about claiming track position, going into the right handle of our nose being ahead of his, up and over the crest of the hill, all over the curving on the outside. Again, we're going to look for the switchback and try and get back to the power nice and early. Again, going underneath his rear wing, but getting caught out. I'm in the dirty air. Being caught out by the dirty air and just starting to understeer, what put a halt to our strategy of trying to get the position in the middle set. He runs wide though, and we're all over the back of him, coming onto the pit straight as there's a car spinning up ahead, and that is actually one of the cars. I don't know if that was for position. It was for position. What was fighting for P2, and we have been promoted up into P4, and now this will be P3. Recovery by the other guy though. If we can get this position over Samuel. So what turned from a position fight for 4th is now for 3rd. He's going to go for the switchback. And calling that he's going to go for the switchback. I think he'll have a really strong exit. And now, like I say, he's going to have a really strong exit onto the back straight. Let's see if he fights me down the straight. Oh, no, he doesn't. He stays behind. Again, extremely intelligent racing by Samuel to not fight and not lose time to the car behind. I presume that's to do with the Samuel guy who spun. Because Samuel is a few seconds behind us now. And yeah, just basically I think he was working tactically to not get caught. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy wants to try and get away from Samuel so we can fight over P3 between us. I also must say I got my names mixed up. Samuel was the car that we've been battling the whole time, and Jeron is the car that spun and we overtook because he was on the grass. Just to clarify that. Because there's like this... Is it Samuel? I think it is Samuel who spun. As I'm starting to recognise my mistakes on the names in the middle of the race. Oh, that's a bit deep. Oh, that's a bottle from my side there, that is. And yeah, spent too much time looking at names and trying to work out who we're actually fighting, and we almost ended up fighting the grass and the wall in the process. So I'm able to scoop up the car and not have a spin or not have a bigger mistake, and now we're losing the position. Let him go. Try and work together a bit. Yeah, instead of fighting into this left-hander, lifting the throttle, letting him go so we can work together. Oh no, so we're battling Samuel, but Jaron spun, I think. There we go. I've eventually caught up with who we're battling, and yeah, fully up to date with who we're actually racing in today's race around Brazil right now. So all over the back, Samuel, and see if we can sort of work together. So again, we can fight over P3 between us rather than have a full car fight. And yeah, returning the favour, to be honest, because Samuel was extremely intelligent working with us earlier, so we could basically fight between the position amongst us and not let extra cars into the fight. And now we're going to be returning the favour and not fighting Samuel, so we can really focus on pulling away from the cars behind and fight for P3. There's a small mistake from him there. He recovered it pretty well, but that lap up ahead might give him a slipstream, as we're going to be going on to the final lap of the race. Of course, it's not good news for us if he does do that. Right, this will be white flag this lap. We should be side by side into turn 1 with the right slipstream. There we go, it's confirmed. Final lap of the race. Final lap of the race. He's going to cover the inside. We look even more to the inside. He goes quite aggressive, and now we switch to the outside line. Deep on the brakes, trying to carry momentum side by side into corner 2. Leave the racing room on the exit. We're side by side again, almost touching the wheels. Deep in the slipstream, right underneath his rear wing, and now he's going to be pulling the inside line. We're trying to take the side draft, the side slipstream, pulling alongside, and now we're going to be braking around the outside and going for the switchback, actually getting back to the power right in the slipstream one more time, heading up to the middle sector. We're going to send it around the outside here, and we're going to be sending it around the outside. It's our only chance to take track position and take home a podium paying position in today's race. Around the outside, he's on the inside curb, and we're on the outside line. We've now claimed the inside line, as there's a little bit, well, there's a small contact at the apex, but I don't think that was my doing. And now he's gonna send it down the inside. We're gonna go for the switchback. See you later. And unfortunately he spun, to be honest, and that was an ending to what was a fantastic battle, and we will look at that on replay after the race. I don't think I caused his spin though. And yeah, just double checking, to be honest, because I didn't know if I caused his spin, but he did spin on the outside curbing. But yeah, fantastic battle nevertheless, and what a shame for it to end in that way. It would have been great to run side by side up to the line. That was a good battle into event. And yeah, able to take home that P3, the podium paying position. So quite good, especially with not being able to use full throttle in today's race. This was the first bit of contact, but I don't think I could have done anything different there. We'll have a look at it in more detail in just a second. But he sends it up the inside. Well, I mean, to be honest, like, he did do a good move by sending it. Like, I don't blame him there. Honestly, that was good, because he didn't do anything wrong here. Like, yeah, like, Samuel didn't do anything wrong, in all fairness to him. Because if you look, he sent it, but, you know, he was never anywhere near my car. So, like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, that was a completely fair send. Just lost it on the curbing, unfortunately for him. Apart from that, it was really good, man. like I said, that was just unlucky from him to lose it like here. Trying to get back to the power, then just that little bit of grass was game over. Check out my thing here then. Yeah, that's kind of more my fault, in all honesty. In all honesty, yeah, that's more my fault. Because I didn't feel it when driving, but you can see that I'm like understeering a little bit here. So, yeah, that's more my fault than his. Actually, not his fault at all. Completely my fault. Because, yeah, I'm sort of just sliding wide of the apex. And I kind of run into him. Well, not kind of. I definitely run into him. Let me clarify my words. I run into him completely there, so... yeah, that one's my bad. We gained 34. That is lovely jubbly. And we got 20 seconds to get in this race. I say let's do it. Like I said, apologies for no overlays. But quite simply, they seem to be making my performance worse. And a bit of a delay when driving. So, yeah, I prefer not to have them, but to enjoy driving more, in all honesty. Now going into our second qualifying and second race of the video, back at Snetterton 300 in the FIA F4 car, and I absolutely love this combo. I know that we did it on the previous episode of this series, but it is so good. One of my favourite combinations ever, to be honest. It's really enjoyable to drive. But yeah, using a bit of this time to speak about the overlay situation. I will try my hardest. I genuinely will try my hardest to try and get overlays back for future episodes. But while it is going to be affecting my PC performance and creating an input lag between the physical inputs I do with my own hands and what is happening on the screen, then unfortunately I won't be able to run them because I still want to enjoy driving. I still want to love what I do, and while I'm having an input delay, it's just not satisfying for me. It's not enjoyable for me. So yeah, I will try my best to solve that going forward. But yeah, bear with me on that subject, as we're now going to be talking about the throttle. Honestly, you guys have no idea how hard I'm pushing my throttle down to get it to go further on the straights. Of course, the previous race, I didn't actually know about it, but we know about it from post-comms and looking back at the race. The throttle wasn't going 100%, but it was only during this qualifying lap that I recognised what was happening with the throttle, and you hear me speaking about it right then by trying to press even harder on the throttle pedal, trying to get it go down to 100%. Wasn't really working, to be honest, but still 10 out of 10 effort for trying, as now we're coming towards the end of our first qualifying lap here in Snetterton and straight in. What can we do? This is a low 47. That would be really good for these circumstances. It's not. It's a mid 47. That's not quite great. And yeah, we do a mid 47, a lap full of mistakes. Of course, we literally had 20 seconds to get in this race from driving the F3 car, so we didn't do any warm-up. We were just straight into qualifying and see what we can do. And now we're on our second lap, and it's been much better, much faster so far, and much more hooked up as we're going for the left-hander, and this was absolutely sweet, right on the limit of the track and maximising the absolute performance of the car. Going into the hairpin, nice and late on the brakes, down to second gear, getting the car rotated and short shift back to third for the traction. Again, that was very nice, using up all the track available to us. Going into Hamilton through the left-hander, right on the curb on the inside again. Beautiful through there, downshifting to third, keeping the car hooked up and back to the power nice and early. Going into the right hander, and we're going to be going into Williams. We miss our apex initially, getting back to the power, and invalid. Oh man, I really messed it up. But I need to fix my throttle because it's like I say, it's just not going down. So we're going to box and then try to quickly fix it before this race. Because you can see it here. Like, yeah, you can see here, it's just not going all the way down. That's really annoying. Yeah, annoying is a good word to describe it. That seems better for now. And we've been able to fix it to go to 100% power for the race. We might get completely lucky and start P2 in this race. And we do get lucky. We are going to be starting P2 in this race, and we do have the throttle 100%. Right, we need to just do our best with the equipment that we have then. Lights are coming on. As lights are coming on here in Snetterton 300. Really critical to get a good start and not fall behind the pack. As now lights are out. Green light. Get a really good start. And we're going to be drawing alongside Carter, of course, on the pole position. And we are not going to be trying to go around the outside here on the first lap. We're ducking back in and, of course, consolidating P2 so that we can fight going forward. But if we was off in the fields, in the gravel on the left-hand side, then, of course, we'll lose more positions and lose the opportunity to be fighting for the win. So just playing it a little bit long game, a bit more strategical here and not risking everything on corner 1, lap 1. And I'm so paranoid, I keep on checking my throttle every single second. Basically, I think the sensor is a bit toast on my throttle. So it doesn't go to 100% and randomly recalibrates itself away from 100%. So yeah, just talking about the issue at hand here with the throttle. So I have to check manually if it's going at 100% like it should be. And yeah, I can tell you that's not going to be the last of the throttle issues in today's race. It's going to get quite spicy, especially towards the final laps of the race. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it was a bit of a handful to drive, especially how it deteriorated towards the final corners. And it was quite lucky that I was even able to finish the race. Because the thing is, I can, like, move my foot to help it if it's not at 100%, like to press harder. But of course it's not a natural thing to do, so I have to double check if it's working or not before I do any precautions on it. Speaking there, just about stuff I can do to be helping the situation. Like 5.4K on the Irating, and the ways that I can be adjusting my own foot position, my inputs, to be minimizing the downsides of this technical problem we have with the throttle. But now going into turn 1, Carter gets on the power too early, understeers wide for him, and now on the grass. Can we look up the inside? It's going to be a bit of a send into Wilson, and we're deep on the brakes, up the inside of the hairpin, confident on the brakes, and now side by side on the exit. No Carter as well. He was part of the F1 League racing community. I think he also tested some real F4 cars. Really competitive guy. Really fast guy. Speaking briefly about the history of Carter, because yeah, I do know him from the League Racing and F1 game scene. That's where I was side by side with the hairpin, taking the position. Even just able to get past him there. And now we're going to be looking to try and extend the gap. The slipstream is quite powerful in these cars. There's lappers up ahead, and could be a problem. This is going to get juicy, as now we're going to be looking down the inside. Dude, oh, man. Yeah, that wasn't ideal, was it? Not ideal. I need to change my underwear after that. Yeah, that was far from ideal. Woo! And just basically getting a breather after thinking that we was going to get wiped out of the race in that situation. But to clarify, nobody put any bad message to that lapper. Because like I say, it's an open split race. It's like a D-class lobby, if I'm not mistaken. So people can still be new to iRacing. So, you know, the guy is just doing his best, probably. No need to put a bad message to the person. And yeah, I echo that even with post-race comms. He's just doing his life, doing his race, and hopefully he's having a good day, you know. Hopefully he's having a good time driving iRacing, and yeah, people learn, people make mistakes, so it is what it is. Nice switch back from him. It will cover the inside line again. As now the battle for the race win is starting to heat up with Carter. He's looking to the outside of the hairpin and going for the switchback. He's going to do that quite a lot in this race, so keep an eye out for his racecraft. Yeah, we don't need to cover here. Should be okay. Because his racecraft was actually very strong. As we're using up all the road on the exit of the corner, just weaving a little bit on the straight, trying to break the toe as he's looking to the inside, but decides not to be sending it into that gap. Now cutting on later into the same lap of the race. We've got up ahead a basically slippery flag warning, and you can see getting back on the power, and we're able just to go through it. It's going to be close on this lap, but breaking the toe on the slipstream. We're only 5 seconds away from some more back markers. Cover the inside. He's going to go to the outside line. Will he commit that? No, he won't. Deciding to back out of it. It's very risky to go around the outside there. It's going to be closest on the exit, probably. Yeah, only 4.8 seconds away from the back markers now. What means that will either work in our advantage or it won't, as now he's drawing alongside of us, going down the pitch straight. I can confirm that I still have 100% throttle at this point as well, so that's working nicely. Switchback. And you can see we called him going for the switchback and able to cover that off nice and early. And now just covering the inside line going into Wilson as we're catching the back markers up ahead as well. So maybe we can use that to our advantages. Our Carter is all over the back of us on the exit. Go on, car in P6. Absolute flying. You can see cheering on car in P6 for doing fast lap. Wow, that was a nice exit. I think the back marker... Ooh, no, he won't get out of the way on this straight. Just trying to understand and read the situation with the back marker as Carter sends it up the inside. We leave him the space on the apex as now we get past. Yeah, he's going to get out of the way here. Lovely. Able to get past Alfie as well. Carter is able to get past Alfie, so keeping us nice and close together. Someone's in the chat. What are you doing, idiot? And having a banter watching the chat. It's always a funny part of iRacing, that is. Oh, there's a slippery surface flag down. Oh, big understeer. There really was a slippery surface. And yeah, trying our hand at Rallycross with an F4 car. And I must say, it worked out quite well. We didn't lose that much time side by side into the braking zone and able to retain the race lead, even while going through the grass. I'm sure we'll get an invoice for our grass cutting abilities as well. I can't move the brake bias forward though, because I'll just end up locking the tyre. Just speaking about the braking performance of the car right now, as we are going to go immediately deep, like that, into the corner, and that's going to allow Carter... That was a bottle and a half on my side. Upper inside. We'll try and hang around the outside, why not? And we're going to be side by side. And this is just great racing. It has been all video long. Clean, fair, concise. Oh, my throttle got jammed on. And now, although we're having great racing, this is where the throttle... Oh no, makes a return. Like when I touch the throttle, it goes like 50% instantly. And basically, yeah, the sensor is now glitching out. So anytime I touch the throttle, well, not anytime, but most times I touch the throttle, it jams to 50% randomly. Okay, it was fine there. I don't want to be around his outside. Oh no, it's coming on again. Man. I don't know if you can hear. I don't know why people are saying man, but Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. Like, in the middle of the corner, it will just randomly, just like, the RPM will go up. And yeah, so just pay attention in the corners when you hear, like, the RPM go up or hear me panicking, because I was panicking as well. And you'll basically just see the car shoot forward, like in this corner, for example. Oh, it's coming on. You can basically hear the car sort of have an RPM spike and start accelerating. And of course, that's not ideal and not meant to happen. But we're going to hang on for what we can with these pedals. And yeah, just do the best job we can, even with the situation. Of course, I don't want to ruin Carter or Michael's race. Of course, Carter being ahead, Michael being behind. So if it is going to get, like, let's say, in a position that we might end up hitting him by mistake, because of the throttle issue, then we'll slow down, give them the space. And yeah, we're just not going to put anyone's race at risk, you know, because yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a sim. It's just playing video cars on a game, you know. But yeah, I don't want to ruin their race, don't want to ruin their day and take them out for something what is definitely not my fault. But still, if something I can do to not be hampering someone else's ability to enjoy a game, of course I'm going to do it to minimize that chance. Came on there again. Oh, it's on again. Oh my word. That was a big spike, and it's going to continue to get more aggressive as we go on. This is nuts. But weirdly, quite fun. It was quite fun having like a mechanical fault in sim racing and having to adjust to it on the fly. Oh, the throttle came on even before I pressed it. And you're going to see, like, I'm just going to start laughing about it, to be honest. And it's just going to be a bit of a fun time adapting to the whole situation. Oh, it's on again. And somehow it was even keeping good pace while this is going on. So, yeah, you can just see me laughing about it now. Please let the next lap is final lap. We just need to survive one more lap. And just hoping and praying that the next lap is the final lap. And it will be indeed. Just one more lap. Because I don't know how long this pedal can hang on at this point. I don't know how much juice it's got left in its battery, so to speak. And yeah, we really need to just hope that we can get this car across the start-finish line and also not lose position to Michael if we can. I think overtaking Carter is out of the window. That's not realistically going to happen. Right. Final lap of the race. And yeah, final lap of the race. What can we do? As we do the fastest lap somehow. I know we got fastest lap because we have absolute giga slipstream the whole time. But yeah, still quite funny to do fastest lap while the throttle is jamming on in the corner, able to hook it up somehow. But even with the pedal like this, that's quite funny. Unfortunately, we got an off track on the first turn of the lap, so we're not going to be able to recreate that and do a new fastest lap of the race. So maybe we can hang on with our current lap time, but, you know, this could be quite juicy. Let's see if we can go for the win. And we're already starting to think about the win because of the fastest lap. Oh, it's on the throttle again. So I headed back in the game. I can't turn, man. As we're not a million miles away from Carter. Oh my word. So maybe, just maybe, if he makes a mistake, we can have a chance of overtaking him with a good load of slipstream. As the throttle got jammed back on there. And that's pretty much put an end to our chance. We can hang on for P2. And now we're just trying to hang on to P2 because Michael... Please, okay. Just give me the slipstream. He is very, very close to us. I'm just going for the slipstream, trying to make sure... Michael, have mercy, man, that Michael can't overtake us. I have no throttle. Oh, it's pressing by itself. Oh, Carter has gone off. And now we've just got a few corners to hang on for the race win. But, spoiler alert, it's going to get a bit spicy. I'm going to let it play out. Come on, throttle, one more corner. Please hang on, one more corner. No, no, stop, stop. No, stop pressing! Stop pressing! No, 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 no! Stop doing things! Come on! Get to the line! Guys, we won! How did we win that? There's no way! Oh, mate, the Iracing god blessed me. Wait, you can literally see my throttle trace here. Look where my mouse cursor is. And you're going to see, going all the way through the final sector, we'll ride on board so it's a little bit more obvious. We'll go in gyro cam. Look at the green line going on by itself. Oh my god, that's just one lap as well. So this is really crazy through here. Watch this. So coming off the throttle myself, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times in one corner. Nah. How did we win that? I'm so sorry for Carter, man, because he did a really good race. He did a really good race. Did he just hit the curb? Oh, he did. Oh, man, unlucky for him. Good recovery, though. Fair play to him, fair play. Open it. We got 21 Irating. So, what was that? We got another gain of about 50, 60 in total from today. So, considering the problems that we had, of course, trying to run the overlays and the overlays not working properly and giving an input delay and then having the problem with the throttle. Do you know what? I'll take that. Now, we're almost halfway to reaching 6,000 Irating and on a good trajectory. So that's episode 3 concluded of the road to 6K Irating. We're almost at 5.5K and I think we can achieve it in episode 4, providing I don't make any big mistakes. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and I will catch you in the next video. Grazie Vazazzi, ciao ciao, bye bye.